Chapter 10-11 The sword dog arrives, and is loved by everyone. What? Fruits of the Great Tao. You said you have fruits of the Great Tao in your hand? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Luo Tian grabbed Yi Feng's shoulders excitedly, and then asked with a trembling voice, Young Master Yi, this Tao fruit, can I eat a few? No. I'm keeping this Tao fruit to feed the dog. If I give it to you, what if the dog starves to death? Hearing Luo Tian's question, Yi Feng directly refused, and what he said was the truth, because just now, the four of them, sword dog, bloodthirsty mantis, little spear dragon and flying pig, have ascended to the chaos realm. Not only that, his master Luo Qianxue has also successfully ascended to the god realm, and with the random breakthrough scrolls he left behind, it won't be long before Luo Qianxue can come to the chaos realm to find him. The other side. The Tao fruit, the most top-notch treasure in the chaos realm, no one else. And then, you want to feed it to the dog? Are you crazy, or is the dog crazy? How come this world has become so crazy, because of you? Hearing the reason why Yi Feng refused, Luo Tian felt like he was going crazy. He never thought that one day, he would fight with a dog for food, and most importantly, he had never fought with a dog before. Who can stand this? Young Master Yi. Don't you know much about the fruit of the Great Tao? You know, the fruit of the Great Tao. At this time, Luo Tian, who was unwilling to give up, also wanted to explain the horror of the fruit of the Great Tao, and then, hoped to make Yi Feng change the treatment plan. However, before he finished speaking, Yi Feng interrupted him directly. Brother Luo. No matter how terrifying, rare, and expensive this fruit of the Great Tao is, I will choose to feed the dog. For nothing else, just to pamper it. At this time, Yi Feng also expressed his thoughts with a serious face. For nothing else, just to pamper? Then I am so envious of this pampering. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Luo Tian's eyes were instantly filled with envy. Leng Wufeng, by Tianhong, Xia Tianyu, Luo Kai, Chu Hongshan and others, envy as much as you can, but what we want to say is that this is nothing. Back in Shantian continent, Yi Xiao pampered the dog to the sky. Master. I miss you so much. At this moment, the little yellow dog's mean voice rang from a distance. When Yi Feng and Luo Tian heard this, they turned their heads and looked over. When they saw the little yellow dog sticking out its tongue and running towards them with a sly smile, Yi Feng also stood up from the ground and directly took a powerful shot posture. Master. Kick me. Kick me hard. This is all your love for me. When the little yellow dog was less than 2 meters away from Yi Feng, it swung its tail like a dragon, and then slid towards Yi Feng with its big piece of meat sticking out. Fuck. What a jerk. Where did such a jerk come from? Hearing what the little yellow dog said, especially noticing the little yellow dog's appearance at this time, Luo Tian on the side was shocked. Pung. With a powerful shot from Yi Feng, the little yellow dog was kicked out directly. Then, the little yellow dog lay flat in the air, with its 2 front paws behind its head and its legs crossed, and the classic scene appeared directly in everyone's sight. Fuck. This dog is so mean, so cute, and so damn popular. I want to own it. The dog is so mean and cute. Why didn't that young man kick harder? Who can tell me? Is there any way to get this mean dog? I really want it. Soon, the beggars around started talking to each other, and the sword dog was the focus of their discussion. Damn. No way. Is the sword dog so popular? Hearing the discussions of the people around him, Yi Feng also showed a touch of surprise. He really didn't expect that the sword dog would be so popular here. Master. We are here. At this time, the blood-sucking mantis, the little gun dragon and the flying pig also came from a distance, and then looked at Yi Feng and shouted. Yeah. Rest aside first. Wait for 2 days, after I finish my work here, I will take you back to the loser's door. Looking at the three beasts, Yifeng also said casually. So perfunctory. The treatment we get from Brother Go is completely different. And, this gap is too big. Hearing Yifeng's words, the blood-sucking mantis, the little gun dragon and the flying pig also talked to themselves with great heartache. Young Master Yi. What are they? At this time, Luo Tian also pointed at the blood-sucking mantis and the flying pig with curiosity and asked. Brother Luo. They are all my battle pets. Why, do you like any? Hearing Luo Tian's words, Yifeng also asked, with a playful look. Master Yi, if there is any you like, can you give it to me? After hearing this, Luo Tian showed a hint of joy on his face, and then his eyes fell on the flying pig. No. I'm just asking. Seeing Luo Tian's excited look, Yifeng answered directly. No? No, you're asking. Didn't I get excited for nothing? Hearing Yifeng's answer, Luo Tian felt like he was going crazy. After taking a deep breath, Luo Tian tried to calm himself down, then looked at Yifeng and said, Young Master Yi, let's go, we should go beg for some breakfast. Inside Luoyang restaurant. Boss Zhang. I want to beg for some food, I wonder if Feng. After entering the restaurant, Luo Tian took the lead in begging. However, before he finished speaking, Boss Zhang ignored him directly, and then quickly walked in front of Yifeng, and said flatteringly, Young Master Yi, breakfast is ready for you, you can go to the private room on the 3rd floor to enjoy it at any time. Luo Tian. What are you looking at? This is all my charity to Young Master Yi. Why, you have a temper. After saying that, Boss Zhang thought of something, and then looked at Luo Tian and explained. Charity? You call this charity? I think you are almost kneeling down to Young Master Yi. Hearing Boss Zhang's explanation, Luo Tian's face was instantly filled with black lines. He didn't expect that Boss Zhang would lie so easily. Brother Luo. Do you want to join us? At this moment, Yifeng's voice rang out from the side. Chapter 10-12 Playing Furry Games. It doesn't want it, but I do. 3rd floor, private room number 1. Dog. How did you ascend from the god realm so quickly? After arriving at a guest room on the 3rd floor, Yifeng looked at the little yellow dog with curiosity and asked. Master. Although it has not been a month since you ascended from the God realm to the Chaos realm, we really miss you. So, in order to ascend to the Chaos realm as soon as possible to accompany you, we directly asked Xiao Jian to give us a devilish training. Hearing Yifeng's question, the little yellow dog also explained seriously. Did the 4 beasts of you ascend from the God realm? And Yi Xiao also ascended from the God realm? Moreover, he has been ascending to the Chaos realm for less than a month, but now he has the terrifying cultivation of the 3rd peak of the Dao God realm. Bullshit. How could this be true? Hearing the conversation between the man and the dog, Luo Tian was stunned. Master Yi. You ascended from the God realm? And you have been in the Chaos realm for less than a month? Then, how did you have such a strong cultivation in such a short time? After recovering from his shock, Luo Tian looked at Yifeng and asked. Just bang bang bang. Breakthrough when eating. Breakthrough when sleeping. Breakthrough when spending money. Then, unknowingly, my cultivation broke through to the peak of the 3rd level of the Dao God realm. But, to be honest, I don't want to break through so quickly, but there is no way, with this qualification and talent. Hearing Luo Tian's question, Yifeng also answered in a very Versailles way. Talk about eating? Talk about sleeping? Talk about spending money? Are you kidding me? Are you treating me like a fool? Let alone people, even a dog would not believe it. Ding. Congratulations to the host for triggering the spending behavior, reward for breaking through 3 small realms, reward for chaos heaven repairing stone fragment *2. At this moment, the system's reward prompt sounded from Yifeng's mind. Then, 3 bursts of aura of breakthrough burst out from Yifeng's body one after another. Dao God Realm 4th level peak. Dao God Realm 5th level peak. Dao God Realm 6th level peak. When Yifeng's cultivation stabilized at the Dao God Realm 6th level peak, the aura of breakthrough completely stopped. Stunned. At this time, Luo Tian on the side was completely stunned. He thought that Yifeng was just bragging, but he didn't expect that the other party was not bragging, but was really awesome. He even felt that Yifeng's previous answer was very restrained. Hey! I accidentally broke through 3 small realms again. And if I continue to break through and become stronger at will, I will have no friends. Feeling that his own cultivation had broken through to the peak of the 6th level of the Dao God realm, Yifeng also pretended to be helpless and said this. Crap. Young Master Yi started to show off again. And I have no way to refute it. This feeling is so uncomfortable. Hearing Yifeng's pretentious words, Luo Tian on the side also revealed a bitter smile. By the way, Guzi, I have a little broken fruit here, help me eat it quickly. Otherwise, it will go bad. At this time, Yifeng suddenly remembered the prodigal product refreshed today, and then looked at the little yellow dog and said this, and at the same time took out 1,000 fruits of the great Tao and threw them on the ground. Master. No way. I just ascended from the God realm, and you want to give me some broken fruits? Can I not eat them? Seeing the 1,000 fruits of the great Tao on the ground, the little yellow dog's eyes flashed with disdain, and then he looked at Yifeng and begged. Young Master Yi was not joking before, but he was really going to feed the fruit of the Tao to the dog. Then, the dog even despised it? Was the dog crazy, or was the world crazy? Seeing this scene, Luo Tian felt that he was going crazy. He even wanted to shout to the little yellow dog, Brother dog, if you despise it and don't want it, can you give it to me? I don't despise it, I want it. Ding. Remind the host that if you give the fruit of the Tao to the little yellow dog, it is not a wasteful behavior. At this moment, the voice of the system sounded from Yifeng's mind. I know. Anyway, there is no punishment for failure. At most, I don't want the wasteful product task reward today. However, since the little yellow dog doesn't want to eat, then I have to think of a wasteful idea. But this matter will not be settled like this. I kindly want to help it increase its strength, but it is not grateful, but refuses. After that, I must let it eat until it vomits. Hearing the reminder of the system, Yifeng also said helplessly. Dog. Since you don't want to eat, let's play a game with these broken fruits. Then, Yifeng looked at the little yellow dog and said this. Play a furry game. It doesn't want it, but I do. Hearing Yifeng's words, Luo Tian on the side immediately became anxious, and then looked at Yifeng and asked tentatively, Young Master Yi, if it doesn't want it, can it be given to me? No. However, Brother Luo, if you can win in the next small game, then I can reward you with a few. Hearing Luo Tian's question, Yifeng refused decisively, but thinking of the next small game, he still gave Luo Tian a hope. Young Master Yi. Are you serious? Hearing this, Luo Tian also confirmed with excitement. Brother Luo. When have I ever lied to you? Then let's go play the small game first? Seeing Luo Tian was so interested, Yifeng also made a suggestion. A moment later. Wu Hopeless City, 30 miles west of the city. Master. What game are we going to play? Why did you call them all over? Seeing Yifeng calling Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua, Yi Xiaohe, Yi Xiaotang, Yi Xiaobai, Yi Xiaojian, Yi Xiaofu, Yi Xiaochue, and Yi Xiaojiao over, the little yellow dog asked with a little uneasiness. Sword dog. The game we are going to play today is the golf fruit game. This game is also very simple. Just treat the fruit of the Tao as a golf ball, and then everyone will use a golf club to hit the fruit of the Tao placed on the ground. No matter how many times, as long as the fruit of the Tao is hit into a small hole in the distance, it will be fine. Whoever uses it the least number of times will win. Hearing the question from the little yellow dog, Yi Feng directly introduced the rules of the game to everyone. This little game sounds like nothing. But why do I always feel something is wrong? After hearing Yi Feng's words, the little yellow dog frowned and muttered to himself. Chapter 10:13 They play ball, and I am the hole? The little yellow dog's mentality collapsed. A moment later. Master. Me, where is my golf club? Seeing that everyone got the golf club with a strange shape, even the blood-eating mantis, the little gun dragon and the flying pig got the golf club, but he didn't, which made the little yellow dog anxious. Your golf club? Dog. You are the little hole in the distance, what kind of golf club do you want? Right. Remember to open your mouth wider, otherwise, if it is too small, we can't hit it in, and it will hit your dog face. Hearing the little yellow dog's question, Yi Feng also explained with a smirk on his face. I am the ultimate little hole? And you keep hitting the fruit of the avenue, and finally you have to hit it into my dog's mouth? Hearing Yi Feng's explanation, the little yellow dog was stunned. It never thought that it would play such an important role in this little game. Master. Please. Don't make me the hole. I want to play this little game too. After recovering from his shock, the little yellow dog ran to Yi Feng's feet and begged with a cute face. What? Because you have 2 holes, it is recommended that each of us play 2 fruits of the great Tao. Hearing the little yellow dog's plea, Yi Feng chose to ignore it directly, and then he made up a story seriously. Who suggested this? Although you are my master. But you can't play me to death. Hearing Yi Feng's words, the little yellow dog was so scared that his legs tightened, and then he hurriedly said, Master, then I will go over first, and then I will open my mouth wide and wait for you to hit me. Master. I feel that doing this is really unfair to brother dog. So, I choose to give up. At this moment, the voice of the blood-sucking mantis sounded from the side, and it also threw the golf club in its hand to the ground at the first time. Brother mantis. At the critical moment, it's you who has to help. The little yellow dog who was about to leave was so moved that he almost cried after hearing what the blood-sucking mantis said. So cool. What do you mean by that? Seeing this scene, Yi Feng also asked curiously. Master. My meaning is very simple. I want to give up my status as a player and serve as the referee of this game. Otherwise, if there is no fair referee, who will supervise brother dog? And if no one supervises brother dog, then others can't hit the fruit of the great Tao into the hole, but because brother dog deliberately shook his head to take the initiative to catch the fruit of the great Tao, then this game will become boring. Hearing Yi Feng's inquiry, the blood-sucking mantis also expressed his thoughts seriously. Brother mantis. At the critical moment, it has to be you. Hearing what the blood-sucking mantis said, the angry voice of the little yellow dog sounded directly from the side. It really didn't expect that when it comes to pitting the dog, the mantis is really good. Fuck. 1 second we were brothers. The next second we are brothers, and I'll stab you in the back? Is it so exciting? Seeing this scene, Luo Tian on the side also showed a look of surprise. Bloodthirsty mantis. At the critical moment, it has to be you. I didn't even think of this. Okay. Then you can be the referee of this game. At this time, Yi Feng's voice suddenly sounded from the side. A moment later. Flying pig. You go first. When the little yellow dog was ready a few miles away, Yi Feng directly gave orders to Flying Pig. Young Master Yi, Are these 9 people all the protectors around you? At this time, Luo Tian's voice sounded from the side. That's right. They are all my protectors. Why, do you want to spar with them? Hearing this, Yifeng looked at Luo Tian with a smile and asked. Young Master Yi. I do have this idea. But, there is no need to spar with all of them, I will just spar with the weakest one here. Hearing Yifeng's words, Luo Tian nodded, and then expressed his thoughts. Boom. At this moment, a terrifying pressure from the heavenly Tao came down, instantly covering everyone. Then, thunder exploded, and thunder rolled. The heavenly tribulation cloud, which exuded the pressure of heavenly Tao, quickly condensed in the air. Not good. Someone is going through the tribulation nearby. And it's the most terrifying 9th heavenly tribulation cloud. Feeling the terrifying aura emanating from the heavenly tribulation cloud, Luo Tian also cried out in shock with a drastic change of expression. It's over. Because of our existence, the 8th order chaos ancestor who brought out the 9th heavenly tribulation cloud will definitely die. And we are not immune to this. Seeing that the heavenly tribulation cloud in the sky had completely condensed into shape, Luo Tian also said this cruel fact with a pale face. Heaven-shaking kick. Heaven-destroying kick. Heaven-killing kick. At this moment, Yi Xiaojiao's loud shout suddenly rang out from the side. Then, 3 huge footprints that covered the sky and the sun appeared in the sky one after another, and each footprint was several times stronger than the previous one. Especially the last footprint, it was completely crushed by the void. Boom. 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 With 3 loud noises, the heavenly tribulation cloud that had condensed into shape in the sky was directly crushed and annihilated by these 3 huge footprints. Hiss. Seeing this scene, Luo Tian couldn't help but take a breath, and then looked at Yi Xiaojiao with an unbelievable look. He never thought that there was someone in this world who could destroy the most terrifying 9th heavenly calamity cloud with his own strength. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he would never believe that such a thing could be true. Too scary. The protector around Yi Xiao is really too scary. And this barefoot bald strongman, if nothing unexpected happens, should be the strongest among these 9 people. Thinking of the other 8 people who were so scared that they dared not move just now, Luo Tian naturally thought of Yi Xiaojiao as the strongest. What Luo Tian didn't know was that at that time, the other 8 people were not scared and dared not move, but because Xiaojiao was here, they disdained to take action. Brother Luo. You just said that you want to spar with the weakest one among my protectors? At this time, Yifeng's voice sounded from the side. Chapter 10:14, He is the weakest one? Luo Tian panicked. Young Master Yi. I know that the protectors around you are extremely powerful. But I still want to spar with the weakest one among them. I want to know how big the gap between me and them is. Hearing Yifeng's inquiry, Luo Tian also gave a positive answer. Okay. Since Brother Luo wants to spar with him so much, I'll let him spar with you. After saying that, Yifeng looked directly at Yi Xiaojiao. My lord. I will spar with him. Noticing that Yifeng's eyes fell on him, Yi Xiaojiao immediately stepped forward and said respectfully. I said, I want to spar with the weakest person. Not with the strongest person. Don't mess with me. Hearing what Yi Xiaojiao said, Luo Tian panicked. After all, he knew how terrifying the opponent's strength was. It was no exaggeration to say that if he really sparred with the opponent would beat him as easily as beating his son. That's not sparring, that's looking for abuse. Young Master Yi. Wait a minute. What I mean is that I want to spar with the weakest one among these 9 people, not the strongest one. At this time, Luo Tian also looked at Yifeng and explained hurriedly. Yes. Xiaojiao is the weakest one among these 9 people. Seeing Luo Tian's uneasy look, Yifeng also responded with a smile. What? He is the weakest one among these 9 people? What a joke. He is a terrifying existence that can destroy the 9-fold heavenly calamity cloud with 3 legs. How could he be the weakest one? Hearing what Yifeng said, Luo Tian exclaimed directly, and his face was full of disbelief. Brother Luo. There is no reason for me to lie to you about such a small matter. So, he is really the weakest one. Hearing Luo Tian's exclamation, Yifeng shrugged helplessly, and then explained. Ahem, hearing Yifeng's words, Luo Tian also coughed dryly, and then said with embarrassment, Young Master Yi, I suddenly remembered that a stray dog I raised seemed to be about to give birth, and I have to go back to deliver it, so let's forget about this competition. My lord. He humiliated me. I want to compete with him. Before Yifeng could speak, Yi Xiaojiao on the side shouted angrily. Who humiliated you? Don't talk nonsense. Otherwise, I will sue you for defamation. Hearing Yi Xiaojiao's words, Luo Tian was immediately anxious. Xiaojiao. How did he humiliate you? At this time, Yifeng looked at Yi Xiaojiao with curiosity and asked. My lord. There are 9 people here, but just because I am the weakest, he wants to challenge me. Isn't this picking on the weak? And I am the weak one in his heart. Isn't this humiliating me? And more. It's okay that he treats me as a weak one, but I agreed to it anyway. But now he throws me aside because a stray dog is about to give birth. Doesn't this prove that I am not as important as a stray dog? Isn't this a second humiliation to me? Hearing Yifeng's question, Yi Xiaojiao also explained out loud with anger. I picked the weakest one because I have a clear understanding of my own strength. It can be said that picking the weakest one to challenge is my greatest courage. But how come it becomes a humiliation when it comes to you? Also, what about stray dogs giving birth? That's just an excuse I made up. Can you take it seriously? Even, it has become a second humiliation to you? Hearing Yi Xiaojiao's explanation, Luo Tian felt like he was going crazy, because he didn't think so at all. Xiaojiao. You make sense. Then take Brother Luo and find a place where no one is, and go to practice. Remember, stop when you are done, don't play him to death. Just then, Yifeng's voice rang from the side. Stop when you are done. Don't play him to death? What kind of tiger and wolf words are these? Hearing Yifeng's words, Luo Tian was immediately anxious. However, before he could say anything, Yi Xiaojiao appeared beside him, and then disappeared with him in the blink of an eye. All right. Quiet. Next, let's watch them play games. After Yi Xiaojiao and Luo Tian left, Yifeng smiled and said to the other 8 people. 3 hours later. My lord. The fruit of the great Tao is almost done. The remaining fruits of the great Tao belong to Luo Tian and Xiaojiao. As long as they finish the remaining fruits of the great Tao, this little game can be over. After Yi Xiaodu finished his share of fruits of the great Tao, he came to Yifeng and explained the situation. Okay. I know. Then you go find Xiaojiao, and then ask him to bring Brother Luo back as soon as possible. After hearing what Yi Xiaodu said, Yifeng directly gave the order. My lord. We are back. At this moment, as a space crack suddenly appeared, Yi Xiaojiao's voice came from it first. Fuck. What did Brother Luo go through in these 3 hours? This face is the king of pig heads. Seeing Luo Tian with a super pig head face walking out of the space crack, Yifeng's face also showed a touch of surprise. Master Yi. If I become your direct disciple, can I become stronger than him? At this time, Luo Tian, with a super pig-headed face, looked at Yifeng seriously and asked. It can be said that the 3 hours just now were definitely the 3 hours he felt the most desperate in his life, and it was also because of these 3 hours that he wanted to become stronger, at all costs. Brother Luo. It's hard for me to answer this question. After all, I can only provide you with the various cultivation resources and natural treasures you need for cultivation. Whether you can become stronger than him depends on how hard you work. Hearing Luo Tian's question, Yi Feng pondered for a while, and then answered aloud. Young Master Yi. What cultivation resources can I get if I become your direct disciple? After hearing Yi Feng's answer, Luo Tian asked again. Any cultivation resources. As long as you tell me, I can satisfy you. Moreover, the quantity is definitely beyond your imagination. For example, this fruit of the great Tao, I can make you vomit. Hearing Luo Tian's question, Yi Feng also smiled and answered aloud while looking at the other party, and at the same time thought in his heart, it seems that within 3 days, the task of accepting Luo Tian as a direct disciple in a way of squandering money must be completed ahead of schedule. Chapter 10-15 Damn. It's really so broken. Young Master Yi. What if I want to eat colorful lotus seeds? Can I eat it until I vomit? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Luo Tian's eyes lit up, and then he asked, hurriedly. Colorful lotus seeds? Can I eat it until I vomit? If you see the production process of that thing, you might vomit. Hearing Luo Tian's question, Yi Feng was also stunned, and then he asked curiously, Brother Luo, what's wrong? The colorful lotus seeds you ate yesterday, did it taste okay? Okay? It's so damn good. That taste is simply invincible. Hearing Yi Feng's question, Luo Tian answered it seriously. Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua, and Yi Xiaotang all lowered their heads with blushing faces after hearing what Luo Tian said. After all, the 7 colored lotus flowers were all created by the 3 of them. Ahem. Yi Feng coughed dryly after hearing what Luo Tian said, and then explained with a strange look, Brother Luo, if you want the 7 colored lotus seeds on the 7 colored Taoist lotus, you can have as many as you want, but if you want the 7 colored lotus flowers, it will be a bit difficult, because those 7 colored lotus flowers were created by Xiaodu, Xiaogua, and Xiaotang with great effort. Created? What does this mean? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Luo Tian was stunned, but thinking of the deliciousness of the colorful lotus flower, he still asked tentatively, Young Master Yi, how did they explode? Can you show me? If I can learn it, I can explode it myself in the future, and I won't have to trouble these 3 adults. Brother Luo. I can let them show you. But I need to remind you that unless you worship me as your master and become my direct disciple, even if you watch it, you will not be able to learn it. Because only I have some of the things needed in the collapse process. Hearing Luo Tian's request, Yi Feng did not agree directly, but asked Luo Tian to make a decision quickly. Peng. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Luo Tian no longer hesitated, and knelt down directly in front of Yi Feng, and said with a firm look, Master, please accept the disciples' worship. Ding. Congratulations to the host for completing the loser task, and the reward is Chaos Heaven Repairing Stone Fragments *15. As Luo Tian's voice fell, the system's reward prompt sound rang from Yi Feng's mind. At the same time, a huge amount of information also emerged from Luo Tian's mind, and a loser mark also slowly emerged from his forehead. The family of losers. Enter the Tao through defeat. Defeat everything and gain immortality. This is too damn powerful. When Luo Tian absorbed all the information that emerged in his mind, his eyes were full of disbelief. He didn't expect that Yi Feng's identity and strength would be so terrifying. What he didn't expect was that just by worshipping the other party as a teacher, he could actually get such a heaven-defying opportunity. I am such a fucking idiot. This opportunity has been presented to me, but I have never accepted it. If I miss this, I will really regret it for the rest of my life. Thinking of this, Luo Tian's face also showed a trace of relief. Luo Tian. Since you have already worshipped me as your master, you should also know about the situation of the prodigal family. Then let the three of them show you how to collapse the 7-color lotus flower. As for whether you can learn to collapse the 7-color lotus flower, it depends on your own understanding. At this time, Yifeng's voice sounded from the side. Whether I can learn it depends on my own understanding? Doesn't that mean that it is very difficult to collapse this 7-color lotus flower? Thinking of this, Luo Tian also became serious, and then looked at Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua, and Yi Xiaotang. My lord, can you not demonstrate? It's very embarrassing. At this time, Yi Xiaodu looked at Yi Feng with a bitter smile and begged. No. You must demonstrate. Otherwise, I will be breaking my promise. Hearing Yi Xiaodu's plea, Yi Feng refused directly, because he also wanted to see how the three of them collapsed, and how they could collapse so deliciously. Bang! 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 With 3 loud noises, 3 large iron cans appeared directly in everyone's sight. What are these large iron cans for? Does this thing need to be used to break the 7-color lotus seed flower? Looking at the 3 large iron cans that smashed 3 holes in the ground, Luo Tian, who was standing by, also showed a trace of doubt on his face, because it was difficult for him to associate this large iron can with the delicious 7-color lotus seed flower. Why did they throw all the 7-color lotus seeds on the 7-color lotus into the large iron can? Why did they sit on the mouth of the large iron can after throwing the 7-color lotus seeds? Seeing this scene in front of him, Luo Tian was completely confused, because he couldn't guess what Ji Xiaodu and the others were going to do. Wait a minute. Break. Are they going to? Just then, an extremely terrible guess suddenly emerged from his mind, and it was because of this terrible guess that Luo Tian instantly became uneasy. No. No. They are all girls, they definitely can't do such crazy things. At this time, Luo Tian also muttered to himself with an uneasy look on his face, but his eyes were fixed on the 3 people. Boom. 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 Following 3 loud noises, a series of crackling sounds came from the 3 large iron cans, and Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua, and Yi Xiaotang, who were sitting on the cans, all lowered their heads in embarrassment. Look. You're still looking. Do you want to die? You know, the ones sitting on top and firing are the eldest sister, the second sister, and the 4th sister. If they notice us watching the fun with gloating, we will be miserable in the future. Just as Yi Xiaobai, Yi Xiaojian, Yi Xiaofu, and the other 5 people were watching the fun with gloating, Yi Xiaohei's voice suddenly rang out from their minds. After hearing Yi Xiaohei's reminder, the 5 people also reacted suddenly, and then turned their heads away one by one, not daring to look at it again. Fuck. It's really like this. The colorful lotus flower that burst out is full of flavor? And it was such a colorful lotus flower full of flavor, and I actually ate it with relish yesterday? Seeing the scene of the 3 people bursting, Luo Tian's mentality collapsed, directly. Chapter 10:16, just came to the Chaos Realm, and you want to go out and rob? Luo Tian. You saw it too. That's how those colorful lotus flowers were created. If you like the taste, I can provide you with the special pills and containers they need to fire. When the time comes, just eat it when you have nothing to do. At this moment, Yifeng's voice rang out from the side. Eat it when you have nothing to do? How the hell can I eat it? If I had known that this colorful lotus flower was made in this way, I would never eat it even if I were beaten to death. After hearing what Ji Feng said, Luo Tian also revealed a bitter smile, and then waved his hand and said, Master, forget it, this kind of delicacy, let it become a beautiful memory of mine. Luo Tian. You say to eat it, then eat it. You say not to eat it, then don't eat it. What, are you making fun of the 3 of us? However, after hearing what Luo Tian said, Yi Xiaodu, who was still firing madly on the side, couldn't bear it anymore, and looked at Luo Tian and cursed. That's right. If you don't want to eat, then don't let us start to collapse. Now we have collapsed, and you say you don't want to eat. If you do this, it's really that the seventh brother can tolerate it, but the eldest, second, and fourth brothers can't. Then, Yi Xiaoguo's voice also sounded from the side. Big sister. Second sister. Why waste your words with him? If he dares not to eat, then we will collapse him together. Then, Yi Xiaotong's voice also sounded. The eldest, the second and the fourth? Are the three of you so awesome in your ranking? After hearing what the three said, Luo Tian also noticed an extremely important piece of information, and then he panicked. After all, a 10th-ranked foot almost made him autistic, so if he offended the eldest, the second and the fourth, wouldn't he be worse off than dead? Eat. 3 adults, I will eat all the colorful lotus flowers you broke. Besides, I have also learned how to break the colorful lotus flowers. In the future, I will break some and eat them every now and then, and I will never let the 3 adults demonstrate to me in vain. Then, Luo Tian gritted his teeth and said his decision. Okay. Since everything is settled, then let's all go. At this moment, Yi Feng's voice sounded from the side. My lord. Then we will go back to the prodigal family first. After hearing Yi Feng's words, Yi Xiaohe, Yi Xiaobai, Yi Xiaofu, and others directly tore through the space and left here. My lord. Then we will continue to intercept passers-by and play rock-paper-scissors with them. My lord. Then we'll go over there too. If anyone wins the game of rock-paper-scissors, we'll just give them a shot. Then, Yi Xiaojian, Yi Xiaojiao, Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaoguo, and Yi Xiaoteng left here. Luo Tian. Nothing, you go too. Go out and recruit more disciples of the prodigal family. When all the members of the prodigal family guard had left, Yi Feng spoke directly to Luo Tian on the side. Master. Then don't I have to go back to the prodigal family? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Luo Tian also asked. No. Go out and recruit suitable disciples of the prodigal family first. When you recruit 1,000 disciples of the prodigal family, then you can go back to the prodigal family. After hearing Luo Tian's words, Yi Feng answered directly. I can only go back to the prodigal family after I recruit 1,000 suitable disciples of the prodigal family? Then when do I have to recruit them? After all, a suitable prodigal disciple is not a cabbage that can be easily grabbed. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Luo Tian also revealed a bitter smile, and then left here with reluctance. The other prodigal mission will be completed tomorrow. And according to the current situation, the completion of the mission is definitely a foregone conclusion. After all, the current hopeless city is full of beggars, and they can definitely hold on until the 3rd day. And the chaos heaven-mending stone fragments I have now have accumulated to 58 pieces. After this mission is over, maybe I can reach more than 70 pieces, which will bring me one step closer to completing the ultimate mission. After Luo Tian left, Yi Feng first checked the number of chaos heaven-mending stone fragments he had, and then he talked to himself excitedly. Master. If nothing else, we'll leave too. Just then, the voice of the little yellow dog sounded from the side. You guys are leaving too? Where are you going? Hearing what the little yellow dog said, Yi Feng also revealed a bit of confusion. You know, he was going to take the dog and the mantis back to the prodigal family after completing the prodigal mission tomorrow. After all, the prodigal family now only has 4 people, Hu Chongcheng, Hu Duanduan, Xiong Tiandi, and Zhu Wuming. If he goes back, it would be boring, but if he takes these funny guys with him, his life will definitely become more interesting. Dog. What are you going to do? Then, Yi Feng looked at the little yellow dog with curiosity and asked. Master. What else can we do when we go out? It must be to go out and rob. After all, we are the four beasts of robbers. Hearing Yifeng's question, the little yellow dog also answered excitedly. Robbery? Just came to the Chaos Realm, and you want to go out and rob? Are you completely addicted? Hearing what the little yellow dog said, Yifeng also revealed a touch of surprise. Ding. Host, there is something I don't know whether I should say, that is, the dog and the mantis ascended to the Chaos Realm so quickly, not because they missed you, but because robbing in the God Realm has made them feel no fun, so they will practice desperately, and then think about coming to the Chaos Realm as soon as possible to start their new robbing journey. At this time, the voice of the system sounded from Yifeng's mind. They practice desperately, not because they miss me, but because robbing in the God Realm is boring? Hearing the reminder of the system, Yifeng's face gradually became ugly. Okay. Since you want to rob so much, then go. However, whether the robbery can succeed depends on your own ability. At this time, Yifeng suddenly thought of something, and then looked at the little yellow dog with a playful look and said. What ability do we have? Whether we can rob successfully depends on Xiaojian. After all, we have just ascended to the Chaos Realm, and our current cultivation level is the weakest among the weak in the Chaos Realm. Hearing Yifeng's words, the little yellow dog was stunned. After all, Yifeng used to let Xiaojian protect them closely. Chapter 1017 Master, I want to ask you a favor. Master. Actually, I was just joking with you. After all, we finally ascended to the Chaos Realm, how could we bear to leave you? At this time, the little yellow dog, who had recovered from his shock, also said to Yifeng with a cute face. Oh. So you were joking with me. That's fine. Since you don't want to go out to rob, then go back to the loser's gate and wait for me. Hearing the little yellow dog's words, Yifeng looked at it with a smile and said. Go back to the loser's gate and wait for you? Master, won't you go back with us? Hearing Yifeng's words, the little yellow dog was also stunned, and then hurriedly asked. I have something to do here, so I won't go back with you. That's right. I have a map here. If you follow the route on the map, you can find the loser's gate. After saying that, Yifeng threw a map to the little yellow dog, and then flew directly to Hopeless City. It's over. 3 brothers. We're done for this time. Looking at Yifeng leaving, and then looking at the map in his hand, the little yellow dog shook his head helplessly, and then said this with a wry smile. Brother dog. What do you mean by that? Why are we screwed? Hearing what the little yellow dog said, the blood-sucking mantis asked, with a puzzled look on his face. Brother Mantis. Haven't you figured it out yet? Our little tricks have long been discovered by the master. Otherwise, he wouldn't let the 4 of us go out to rob alone. And now, he lets the 4 of us go back to the loser's house alone. If you say there is no trick, I won't believe it even if you kill me. Hearing the blood-sucking mantis's question, the little yellow dog also directly expressed his thoughts. On the other side. My lord. Don't you really need me to follow Brother Dog and the others? At this time, Yi Xiaojian, who came to Yifeng's side, also asked aloud. Follow. Of course we have to follow them. Otherwise, with their current cultivation, any Shintoist they meet can make them into 4 dishes. But you have to follow them in the dark and can't be discovered by them. At this point, Yifeng paused, and then continued, by the way, you go to Tianwu Sword Sect first, let Jing Chanhe find some disciples, and then divide these disciples into 10 teams, and finally rob Guzi and the others 10 times. Let the people of Tianwu Sword Sect rob Gouge and the others? And rob them 10 times? After the robbery, won't brother go, and the others have nothing left even for the bitter tea seeds? After hearing Yifeng's order, Yi Xiaojian also showed a touch of surprise. Hopeless City. Fuck. Look, there is a figure in the distance, flying quickly towards our east city. Isn't this guy alive again? Bullshit. Is that a figure? That's countless money and treasures. This time I will beg for a rare treasure from him. At this time, thousands of Shintoists gathered at the gate of the East City Gate became excited after seeing a figure appear in the distance. After all, they have begged a lot of top-grade chaos crystals and expensive treasures from outsiders in the past 2 days. A moment later. Damn. I waited so long, but what I got was a beggar. Ah. This time, I was ready to lick his ass, but who would have thought that it would be a beggar? This really affected my mood and experience of begging. It's over. When I saw this beggar, I felt like I had lost thousands of top-grade chaos crystals. This feeling is so uncomfortable. As Yifeng got closer and closer to the east gate of Hopeless City, thousands of Shintoists finally saw his clothes and appearance clearly, and then various complaints came from the crowd. It seems that the beggar experience competition I held is really effective. When he arrived at the east gate and heard the various complaints from the crowd, Yifeng's face also showed a touch of satisfaction. Luoyang Restaurant. Boss Zhang. I'll go back to the guest room to rest first. Please have someone send me some delicious food and wine later. When Yifeng arrived at Luoyang Restaurant, he first greeted Boss Zhang, and then went directly to the 3rd floor. Young Master Yi. You go to rest first. Delicious food and wine, I will prepare it for you right away. Hearing what Yifeng said, Boss Zhang also responded quickly. After all, Yifeng is now his god of wealth. Early the next morning. Ding. Congratulations to the host for completing the task, and you will be rewarded with 15 Chaos Heaven Repairing Stone Fragments. Just when Yifeng was still sleeping, the system's reward reminder sound suddenly rang in his mind. System, doesn't the task of hosting the beggar experience competition end in the evening? Why did you give me the reward so early in the morning? Hearing the system's reward reminder sound, Yifeng also sat up in a daze, and then asked the system aloud. Ding. Host, because the system has conducted an evaluation and determined that this mission is 100% successful, the mission reward will be issued in advance. As Yifeng finished speaking, the system's voice sounded in his mind. So that's it. With these 15 Chaos Heaven Repairing Stone Fragments, the number of Chaos Heaven Repairing Stone Fragments I have will reach 72. Thinking of this number, Yifeng grinned directly. Don't be in a hurry to see the prodigal products refreshed today. While you are happy, go downstairs and have some breakfast first. Then, Yifeng put on his clothes and walked directly to the door. Fuck. Luo Tian, what are you kneeling here for? Didn't I ask you to go out and recruit prodigal disciples? When Yifeng opened the door and saw Luo Tian kneeling pitifully at the door, he was stunned. What am I kneeling here for? It's all because of you. If I can, I don't want to kneel here. Hearing Yifeng's words, Luo Tian, who had been kneeling all night, also showed a bitter smile on his face. Master. Disciple has a request. If Master doesn't agree to my request, I will kneel here and won't get up. Then, Luo Tian looked at Yifeng seriously and said. Oh. Then you kneel here. I'll go downstairs and have breakfast first. Hearing Luo Tian's words, Yifeng was also stunned, and then after saying this, he went downstairs, directly. Left? Master, just left like that? This is totally different from what I expected. Looking at Yifeng, who left, Luo Tian, who was kneeling on the ground, was stunned. Chapter 10:18 Damn. Can you play like this? Sir. We miscalculated. Master doesn't play by the rules at all. Then, Luo Tian shouted in his heart. Hey! I didn't expect it. Not only am I not favored by my master, but even my successor is not favored by my master. Why are our lives so miserable? Hearing Luo Tian's shout, Lao Qi also talked to himself in a very frustrated manner. Luo Tian. It's not that my master doesn't play by the rules. It's you who are not favored by my master at all. Then, Lao Qi's voice rang out from Luo Tian's mind. I am not favored by my master? How is that possible? You know, master had to beg for me to be his disciple. Hearing what Lao Qi said, Luo Tian didn't care too much, because he firmly believed that he was definitely the disciple that master liked the most. Sir, master must like me very much. Otherwise, he wouldn't have stooped to beg for me. If you don't believe me, I'll go ask master. After responding, Luo Tian stood up and walked downstairs. First floor lobby. Luo Tian. Didn't you say that if I didn't agree with you, you would keep kneeling there? Why are you coming down now? Seeing Luo Tian coming down from upstairs, Yifeng also asked jokingly. Master. That's not important. Now I just want to ask you one thing. Among the 10 disciples you have accepted, am I your favorite one? Hearing Yifeng's ridicule, Luo Tian didn't care too much, but directly asked the question he was concerned about. Luo Tian. Why do you ask such a question? You know, if I accept you as my disciples, you will all be my favorite disciples. And this kind of love is the same for all 10 of you. So, I won't particularly like a disciple, nor will I particularly hate a disciple. Hearing this strange question raised by Luo Tian, Yifeng was stunned at first, and then he explained. Huh? You like us all the same? That's not right. Hearing Yifeng's answer, Luo Tian asked directly, Master, you have become a beggar for me. Do other brothers also receive this treatment? Luo Tian. You think too much. I am a beggar not just for you, but because I am too bored and I just want to have some fun. Hearing Luo Tian's words, Yifeng also smiled and explained. You are a beggar not because of me? But because you are too bored and want to have some fun? Doesn't that mean that you are taking me in while having fun? Thinking of this, Luo Tian's mentality collapsed directly. He didn't expect that he was just an incidental one. By the way, Luo Tian, you just said you wanted to ask me for something, what is it? At this time, Yifeng's voice sounded again from the side. Master. It's not a big deal. It's just that your last protector wanted to come out for some fresh air, so he found me and asked me to tell you if he could come out. Hearing Yifeng's question, Luo Tian also explained the situation directly. The last protector? Isn't that old 7? Hearing Luo Tian's words, Yifeng immediately thought of old 7, who hadn't come out yet. Now. He's the only one who hasn't come out yet. It's time for him to come out. Then, Yifeng said this. A certain space. Ha 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 ha. It's done. It's done. I, Lao Qi, can finally get out. Hearing Yifeng's words, Lao Qi also shouted excitedly. The other side. But. When Xiaofu and Xiaodu came out, they were all caught and pulled out by their own luck. If I let him out directly, it would be unfair to others. So, I'm going to catch him again. Just then, Yifeng's voice rang again. A certain space. Catch him again? Is it necessary? You know, I'm the only one left here, so no matter how I catch him, isn't it me? Hearing Yifeng's words, Lao Qi was completely confused. He didn't understand why Yifeng did such a meaningless thing. The other side. Master. There's no need for that. After all, he's the only one left who hasn't come out to see the wind. Besides, since he's the only one left, then no matter how hard you try, he'll be the one in the end, right? At this point, Luo Tian also looked at Yi Feng and explained the situation. Luo Tian. What you said is not right. Although he is the only one left, we can write down the two options of coming out for fresh air and staying on the note. In this way, the chance of him coming out will go from 100% to 50%. Hearing Luo Tian's words, Yi Feng also expressed his thoughts with a smile on his face. Because there is only one person left. So, should Zhuoju write down the two options of coming out for fresh air and staying on? After hearing Yi Feng's idea, both Luo Tian and Lao Qi were stunned. They really didn't expect that with only one person left, Yi Feng could play so well. Sir, how did you offend the master? He actually wanted to play you like this? Then, Luo Tian asked Lao Qi in his heart. Ask me. Who should I ask? I want to know the answer too. Hearing Luo Tian's question, Lao Qi also shouted in a collapsed manner. He really didn't expect that he was the only one left, and he had to try his luck with the air. After a moment. My lord. You're looking for us? Soon, Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua, and Yi Xiaohe came to Yi Feng's guest room. Come on. Let's catch them together. If we suck out air, forget it. But if we draw the seventh, we have to call Yi Xiaotang, Yi Xiaobai, and Yi Xiaojian to catch them again. After all, it's unfair if we don't have all the people. If we draw the seventh again, we will continue to call Yi Xiaofu, Yi Xiaochue, and Yi Xiaojiao, and then catch them again. If we draw the seventh again, let him come out. When the three of them came to the guest room, Yi Feng excitedly expressed his thoughts, and this time, he was even more open and aboveboard to play rogue. Fuck. Can you play like this? Also, how did that adult offend the master, and he was targeted by the master like this? Luo Tian, who was standing aside, was shocked when he heard what Yi Feng said. Chapter 10:19 It's over, the pressure is on the big sister. A certain space. It's over. Isn't this fucking over? I'm already at a disadvantage, by trying my luck against the air. And now I have to give the air 3 chances to come back, what hope do I have? After hearing what Yi Feng said, Lao Qi's mentality collapsed. Luoyang Restaurant, private room on the 3rd floor. My lord. 3 votes for, come out for some fresh air, and 1 vote for stay behind. When Yi Feng, Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua, and Yi Xiaohe finished the search, Yi Xiaodu directly said the number of votes for the 2 options. Huh? There are 10 pieces of each of the 2 slips of come out for some fresh air and stay behind, and then when the 4 of us searched, 3 of them said come out for some fresh air? Isn't Lao Qi's luck a bit too good? After hearing what Yi Xiaodu said, Yi Feng also showed a look of surprise, and then looked at Yi Xiaodu and said, Xiaodu, call Yi Xiaotang, Yi Xiaobai, and Yi Xiaojian over. A moment later. My lord. 5 votes for, come out for a breath of fresh air, and 2 votes for, stay behind. When Yi Feng, Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua, and the other 7 people finished the arrest, Yi Xiaodu read out the number of votes with a look of surprise, because she didn't expect that Lao Qi's luck could be so fierce. Fuck. I'm so shameless, but I can't suppress Lao Qi's luck. This Lao Qi is going to heaven. Yi Feng, who heard the number of votes, also showed a look of surprise on his face. Xiaodu. Call Xiaofu, Xiaochue, and Xiaojiao over. Then the 10 of us will do the last arrest. Then, Yi Feng gave Xiaodu the order to call people without believing in evil. Master. I have a question. Why do you want to target this old man? When Yi Xiaodu was calling people, Luo Tian came to Yi Feng and asked the question in his heart. Luo Tian. Because this old man has all kinds of top talents, but he doesn't like to practice, but always lies down. And his behavior will lead others astray. Then can I spoil him? Hearing Luo Tian's question, Yi Feng also explained casually. If I lie down, I will be fucked? Then I can't lie down in the future? Hearing Yi Feng's explanation, Luo Tian panicked for no reason, because he had this habit of lying down. No. I can never lie down in the future. Otherwise, I will definitely be played to death by my master. After recovering from his shock, Luo Tian made a decision in his heart, that is, even if he is invincible in the world in the future, he will never lie down. A certain space. That's it? Just because I like to lie down, so, do this to me? After knowing the reason why he was targeted, Lao Chi couldn't help shaking his head and smiling bitterly, because he never thought that the reason why he was always targeted was because he liked to lie down. The other side. My lord. Come out for some fresh air. 6 votes, stay behind. 4 votes. When Yi Xiaofu, Yi Xiaochue, and Yi Xiaojiao arrived here, the 10 people directly carried out the last round of arrests, and the final result was beyond everyone's expectations. Fuck. No way. Is this even possible? When Yifeng heard the number of votes, he also muttered to himself in shock. System. Let Lao Chi come out. After being shocked, Yifeng directly gave the system an order. Boom. As Yifeng finished speaking, a space crack appeared in everyone's sight. Subordinates. Greetings, my lord. When a middle-aged man in tattered robes walked out of the space crack, he knelt down directly to Yifeng, and then shouted respectfully. Lao Chi. Get up. Looking at the beggar-like Lao Chi in front of him, Yifeng also responded out loud. My lord. Before getting up, I want to promise you one thing. That is, from today on, I, Lao Chi, will never lie flat again. I will do my best to practice hard, and then strive to challenge Yi Xiaodu in the shortest time, and then compete with her for the first place. After hearing Yi Feng's words, Lao Chi did not get up immediately, but instead made a serious promise. Try your best to practice hard? Then try to challenge the big sister in the shortest possible time? Then the big sister is done for? Hearing the sudden assurance from Lao Chi, the faces of all the members of the prodigal guard showed a touch of shock, because they knew very well how terrifying Lao Chi's potential was. It's over. This time, the pressure is on the big sister. After recovering from the shock, everyone looked at Yi Xiaodu together. Noticing that everyone's eyes were looking at her, Yi Xiaodu's mouth also showed a bitter smile, because she didn't expect that this cultivation monster would suddenly make such a decision. In addition, she was very clear about one thing, that is, if the other party really started to practice hard, it would only be a matter of time before he surpassed herself. Old 7. If you can have this awareness earlier, then why should I target you so much? Okay. Hurry up. Hearing Old 7's assurance, Yifeng nodded with great satisfaction, and then helped Old 7 up. By the way, since you are out, I have to give you a name. Old 7. Is there anything special about you, such as the cultivation method, the weapons used, the magical powers cultivated, etc.? After helping Old 7 up, Yifeng suddenly thought of something, and then looked at Old 7 and asked. My lord. I know this. Because Lao Chi likes to lie flat, he spent a lot of time and energy to create a very powerful practice method for himself. And the name of this practice method is called Tiangui Ju. Before Lao Chi could answer, Yi Xiaogua on the side spoke first. Tiangui Ju? What kind of practice method is this? Hearing Yi Xiaogua's words, Yifeng also revealed a hint of doubt. Lao Chi. Although I don't know what kind of practice method this Tiangui Ju is. But I can give you an invincible and handsome name based on this method. Then, Yifeng thought of something, and then looked directly at Lao Chi and said. An invincible and handsome name? So fierce? Hearing Yifeng's words, Lao Chi's eyes lit up, and then he looked at Yifeng expectantly and asked, My lord, what is the name you gave me? Chapter 10:20 What kind of tiger and wolf name is this? Tiangui Ju. My lord named me after this technique. It definitely won't be Yi Xiaogui. After all, this name has nothing to do with being invincible, handsome and awesome. As for Yi Xiaojue, it can only be said to be barely good, but still not strong enough. Then the only one left is Yi Xiaotian. After asking, Lao Qi also began to guess in his heart, and the name he finally guessed was Yi Xiaotian. And at this time, not only was Old Seven guessing this name, the other 9 people were also guessing, and the names they guessed in the end were the same as Old Seven, that is, the name that Yi Feng said was invincible, handsome and awesome should be Yi Xiaotian. Old Seven. Since you practice this heavenly turtle art, then you will be called Yi Xiaoka in the future. Just when everyone was getting anxious, Yi Feng's voice finally rang out from the side. Not Yi Xiaogui. Not Yi Xiaojue. Not Yi Xiaotian. Instead, Yi Xiaoka? What kind of tiger and wolf name is this? After hearing the name Yi Feng said, everyone looked at Yi Feng with wide eyes. They didn't expect that they guessed for a long time, but in the end they guessed nothing. My lord. Why did you give me such a name? I feel that this name has nothing to do with the heavenly turtle art that I practice. After being confused, Lao Qi looked at Yi Feng and asked hurriedly. Xiao Ku. How can you say that this name has nothing to do with the art you practice? Let me ask you, is there a turtle in the heavenly turtle art? Is there a shell on the turtle's body? Then I name you Yi Xiao Ku, is there a problem? Hearing Lao Qi's question, Yi Feng explained with a smug look on his face. There is a turtle in the art. There is a shell on the turtle's body. So, my name is Yi Xiao Ku? What kind of logic is this? The turtle has a head, so can we call me Yi Xiao too? After hearing Yi Feng's explanation, not only Lao Qi was confused, but also the other 9 people were confused. They didn't expect that Yi Feng's brain circuit would be so strange. Xiao Ku. Don't you like this invincible and handsome name? Seeing Lao Qi's distressed look, Yi Feng also asked with concern. My lord. You mean, if I don't like it, I can change it? Hearing Yi Feng's sudden concern, Lao Qi also instantly ignited a glimmer of hope, and then hurriedly asked. Because he really didn't like this name, he even felt that Yi Xiaogui was better than Yi Xiaoka. Xiao Ku. What are you thinking about? I just asked, but I didn't say it can be changed. After all, this name was something I racked my brains to come up with, so how can it be changed easily? Hearing Lao Qi's words, Yi Feng didn't even think about it and gave a direct answer. That's enough. You all should go do what you need to do. I have something else to do, so I won't chat with you anymore. Then, Yi Feng asked everyone to leave his guest room. Outside the guest room. Brother Ku. That's fine, we'll go back to Baijiamen first. At this time, Yi Xiaofu and Yi Xiaochui also said hello to Yi Xiaoka with a smile, then tore the space and left the restaurant directly. Brother Ku. We still have to stop others from playing rock paper scissors, so I won't chat with you. See you later. Then, Yi Xiaojian also said hello to Yi Xiaoka with a smile, and then left the restaurant with Yi Xiaojiao. Brother Ku. We still have to go to fire, so I won't accompany you. At this time, Yi Xiaodu, Yi Xiaogua and Yi Xiaotang also said something to Yi Xiaoka with a smile, and then left the restaurant. Hearing the way everyone called him, Yi Xiaoka also showed a bitter smile on his face. You know, in that special space, he saw Yi Feng giving others strange names one by one, and he laughed at them a lot. But he never expected that in the end, his name would be the ugliest and funniest one. Third brother. Fifth brother. Why didn't you leave? Seeing Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai still standing there, Yi Xiaoka asked, with a puzzled look on his face. Brother Ku. Because Xiao Jian has something to do now, we have to go and secretly protect Brother Go and the others. Do you want to go with us? Hearing Yi Xiaoka's question, Yi Xiaohei also made an invitation with a smile on his face. Something's wrong. How could the third brother be so kind as to take me out to play? Hearing Yi Xiaohei's invitation, Yi Xiaoka frowned slightly. Brother? Don't be fooled by the third brother. He just wants to take you over, and then see if Brother Go will laugh at you after hearing your name. At this moment, Yi Xiaogua, who had just walked into the space crack, suddenly came back, and then reminded Yi Xiaoka before walking into the space crack again. Brother? Don't look at me like that. Second sister must not have finished calculating. Because I not only want to see if Brother Go will laugh at you, I also want to see if Mantis Dragon Pig will laugh at you too. Ha 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 ha. Seeing that Yi Xiaoka was looking at him with an angry look, Yi Xiaohei also laughed and explained. Too miserable. Too fucking miserable. Is this all I have to endure to lie flat? No. I absolutely cannot lie flat again. Even if I am invincible, I must continue to become stronger. I absolutely cannot let the people behind me have a chance to surpass me. Seeing this scene, Luo Tian on the side secretly made up his mind. In the guest room. There are only 28 pieces left to reach 100 pieces of Chaos Heaven repairing stone fragments. I have to keep working harder. Try to complete this ultimate mission before Master ascends. Then I can take Master to various interfaces to have fun. Thinking of this, Yi Feng directly checked the prodigal products refreshed today. Today's prodigal product, Tianbian Fruit *100000. Tianbian Fruit, a special natural treasure in the Tiandao battlefield, which can integrate the blood of a certain creature into the Tianbian Fruit. In that case, any creature that swallows this Tianbian Fruit can become the creature that sacrificed blood within a certain period of time, and can also possess all the abilities of the other party. This Tianbian Fruit is interesting. System: if I integrate my blood into these 100,000 Tianbian Fruits, and then feed them to 100,000 Dao Beasts, then these 100,000 Dao Beasts, can they all become like me, and can also possess all my abilities? After Yi Feng checked the information of the prodigal products refreshed today, he directly asked the system.